Going with my prep for the second time, I scored 99.69. After having my breakfast, I will just go and do a study session for around 3 to 4 hours. I will be doing DILR sets every day. I gave around 20 mocks here. Instead of picking the right answer, I would go and check why this option is wrong. My weakest section was DILR. To know in the slot 1 that the questions in the VRC sections were a little dense. The questions were easy, but I wasn't able to check how can I do it on paper. Even on your bad day, you will land a 95 percentile. पैसेज समझना होगा, बिना पैसेज समझे नहीं होने वाला. For 95 percentile in quants, 99.77 in VRC and 99.06 in LRDA.
Welcome to Elitesgrid Success Stories, where we share our honest cat journey, not just final result, but everything that came before it. Today we have Nishkarsh Kuntal with us, who had scored 99.69 percentile in CAT 2025. So let's start it. So Nishkarsh, tell me a little bit about yourself, like your schooling, your undergraduation, and what you're doing before CAT. So just an introduction.
So before CAT, I was actually completing my undergrad from IHM Bangalore, and this is my second attempt in CAT 2025. Before this, I gave my first attempt in 2024, where I scored around 82 percentile. And right now, after taking EG and going with my prep for the second time, I scored 99.69.
Great, Nishkarsh. So, when did you decided that you want to give CAT? Like that is your next step, your
I
undergrad.
decided about it after my industrial training, which I did in Taj Palace, New Delhi, where I got to work with four operational departments: front office, F&B service, food production, and accommodation operations. And during that time, G20 summit was going on in India. So during that time, I got to take part with the marketing team of Taj Palace, New Delhi, and from there I got interested in the marketing domain. So I wanted to pursue a career in marketing. So I wanted to go for MBA.
That's really great, Nishkarsh. And so, what doubt did you have? Like you join EG, and so how did you decided to join EG?
So in my first year, I took one of the coaching that was saying that if you don't get 95 percentile, we will give your money back. And obviously, if someone tells you something like that, you just go and trust them that obviously you will be getting a higher percentile. But after joining them, I thought that there was a lot of chaos inside the coaching. Many teachers was coming and leaving in middle of the course. So due to which I didn't have a proper prep. I definitely put a lot of efforts in the first year, but it was just all over the place. I didn't have a proper preparation plan. So after that, I searched on the web, on Reddit, and many other YouTube channels. One was the Amazon. So where he took a survey for coachings, and from there I got to know about Elitesgrid, that they were taking classes, even they were taking marathons. And so I thought, since I am taking a drop year, it would be better for me to join a coaching which is giving their all.
Okay, great, Nishkarsh. And so, like, what kept you motivated during your preparation journey? When you like आपने CAT journey start किया, तो कुछ भी ups and downs आपने face किए होंगे. So, what kept you motivated?
Something that kept me motivating was that I didn't have any other options. I didn't wanted to go back into the hotel industry in the operational domain. So this was the only path for me. So whenever I think that let's leave it up, then I got to remember my first prep. It was mostly like on the days which I were low, I was just go and game, play some video games and all. And I think I should just give 1 year this time, and I can play games from the next year onwards. That was it.
Sometimes play games is also helpful, I guess,
Yeah.
because every time we can't study, right?
Yeah, every time I can't, but sometimes it's like you have to fix hours for studying. I
Yeah,
used
that's
to
correct.
fix from 12 to 3 p.m. I used to study. After that, I am free until the classes are.
That's correct. Okay, so what are your expectations when you joined EG, and how EG helped you? And did your expectations met? Like you said before, you joined EG, there is something else you joined, some other coaching centers. So when you join EG, there is some expectations, right?
So
Yeah.
I
So what
think
was that?
EG did more than my expectations. I was expecting them to complete the course on time and just a little bit of revisions. But when I joined EG, I got to know that we revised for around 5 to 7 times the whole course. Again, we did previous year questions around 4 times and the class questions 3 times. So it helped me a lot in revising the concepts again and again. It was not always about going for new questions, new ideas.
5 to 7 class revisions, it's really, I guess, great. Cat preparation plan, like EG help you and build a strategy for you. So that is fine with you, or you do something extraordinary for that? Like, what is your strategy? What is your plan?
What I did was I was following what teachers like Gaurav sir and Hani sir were telling us to do. Just go out there and revise materials. Cause everything which was provided in EG, it helped me a lot. Like I didn't have to go और दूसरे किसी भी कोचिंग के मटेरियल चेक करने की मेरे को कोई जरूरत नहीं पड़ी. It was more like everything was here.
Yeah, that's what EG known for, I guess. Right. Okay. So Nishkarsh, what academic habit or method taught at EG helped you the most?
I'm not sure of the academic method, but I can tell you what I followed, right?
Yeah, sure.
What I followed was like I didn't like gave up on my sleep as I was a dropper. So I just after the class I would go to sleep and wake up in the morning about 9 or 10. But I made it pretty sure that after having my breakfast, I would just go and do a study session for around 3 to 4 hours. So what I used to do was I didn't have a fixed starting time, but once I sit, I will go for 3 to 4 hours, right? Also, it's about I will just choose one subject a day. I will be doing DILR sets every day and would read 1 or 2 RCs every day. But as some people say that we are doing quants more and more and more, but I would say कि quant ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है as compared to other subjects. Others just require you to be consistent, but quants require as much practice as you can.
So when did you start your mocks, Nishkarsh, and how many mocks did you give total?
So I just started my mocks in the month of October. Got the mocks before in September, but I started in October because I was a little late to join EG. I joined it in around April, May. So I just wanted to go with the concepts as fast as I can.
Yeah.
And I gave around 20 mocks here. I gave around 20 mocks. I focused more on the sectionals because I didn't have a consistency to sit for 2 hours and give a mock.
That's most important. Consistency is most important when you go for the gap. Right. So, Nishkarsh, how were your scores in the mocks initially? Because we know at initially stage we scored less and then gradually we scored. So, how was your score when you gave the mocks initially?
Since I had the experience the last year of giving mock, my initial scores weren't that low. I was scoring around 96 and on the upper range I was going to 120. 96 and 97 was my average and my lowest score that I scored was 70.
So your lowest score is 70. But emotionally, like sometimes you lose your confidence also. It's like 2 years. And so how did you manage that emotionally for yourself when you lose your confidence?
For me, the strategy was once I'm losing confidence in a particular section, I would just sit through the sectionals and will be like, until I get above a certain number, I won't stop giving sectionals. I will give it as much as I can. It's not like I will be going for one sectional today or second today. I will just sit and give as many sectionals as I can until I touch that mark. And then I will analyze what were my mistakes.
So, Nishkosh, your approach and strategy for analysis each mock, like you said, you did for the sectionals. But when you analyze the mocks, so what was your strategy when you analyzing the mocks?
For VARC, it was like I won't go again and read the passage as I have already read it. But the thing I would do after reading the question, I would instead of picking the right answer, I would go and check why this option is wrong. That helped me a lot in eliminating the options in the actual exam as well. So it helps you build a habit of not going and choosing something which is not written in the passage or something that you just inferred. For the logical reasoning section, what I used to do was if I wasn't able to solve a set, I will give 1.5 or 2 hours for the same set and attempt it until I am not able to solve it. After 2 hours, if I am not able to solve it, I will go and watch the video and check what I was doing wrong. For the quants, I think my quants was a little stronger from earlier. So what I used to do was just go in and check what are the questions I left and check which were the sitters and I wasn't able to attempt it, what were the mistakes I did. And during analyzing, I also check what was the time I given to each question. So if, for example, if I gave 5 or 6 minutes to a question, I will just check what I did wrong during attempting it.
Yeah, so Nishkash, you has mentioned that your stronger section is quant. So what was your weaker section and how did you overcome your weaker section? what was your आपकी क्या approach थी? What was your strategy for that?
Yeah, so my weakest section was DILR at the start
Okay.
because I wasn't able to figure out the approaches. I might be able to solve single sets as I can because EG used to update single sets every week, around 8 to 10 sets every week. So what I used to do, attempt it and check what I can do. Remember what were the approaches for a similar kind of set.
Okay, so do you believe the revision classes were enough for the syllabus, for all the syllabus that we
I think
covered?
revision classes were enough, more than enough. I didn't have to revise by myself. The topics, as soon as I joined a revision class, it was more than enough to revise the whole syllabus.
So, how did you handle the D-Day pressure?
The D-Day pressure, since I had my slot 3, I got to know in the
Okay.
slot 1 that the questions in the VARC sections were a little dense. All the RCs were dense, and also before going in, I tried to read one dense essay. Like I went to A on essays and I read a topic on ADHD, which helped me get into the zone of reading. I didn't have to go that through that in the exam. Also, since I have checked about the slot 1 and slot 2, I got a pattern in the LRDA section. There were DI, which was visual based, and there were arrangement set. So I got to know that that's coming, and that was my stronger part. And I just go and went on with those.
So,
And
Nishkash, that was also the luck that you got the slot
yeah,
3 and
obviously there's luck on the D2. Luck should be by your side.
yeah. But if you got the slot 1, then like that is your second time, right? So first time maybe you got the slot 1 also.
In 2024 as well, I got slot 3. But the thing was, I prepared for an exam like 2023 and I wasn't preparing more. My focus was everywhere. So once I got in and once I went to the DILR section, it was like the questions were easy, but I wasn't able to check how can I do it on paper. I don't know how to answer it, but what I can do, I can't solve it on a paper.
Yeah, but great, you got the slot 3 and you saw all the questions and prepared well.
Yeah.
Okay, on CAT day, as you said, that is your strategy. In your, what was the going in your head before the exam started? Like that is the most important. Some people are thought, kya hoga, kya hoga. So what was your in your head when you started?
So during our classes, we got to know if a exam is hard, it's hard for everyone. Also,
That's true.
कि अगर hard exam आ रहा है तो you are at a better place instead of an easier exam because everyone can solve an easier exam, but when it is hard, only the ones who have practiced enough will be able to solve it. So that was in my mind, as well as I knew during some of the sectional analysis which was done by Gunjan sir in the English section, I figured out a pattern. Like whenever he's saying that the exam it's hard, the slot was hard, you should have scored 31 or 32, that would be enough. I was like, I'm able to score 41, 42. So I was in the peace of mind that even if the harder exam would be coming, I might not feel that it was hard. So unless I haven't seen it for myself, there's no ruckus to just go in and
ओके, सो आपने अपनी प्रिपरेशन के बारे में बताया, आपने अपनी स्ट्रैटेजीज के बारे में बताया. सो कैन यू नाउ टेल मी अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट ईजी फैकल्टी helped you when you prepare and the overall journey, like when you feel not motivated, how easy faculty motivate you and the guidance part?
yeah, for the guidance part, I would say easy faculty is pretty blunt with what you can do or what you can't do. And it's one of the good things. Instead of going and buttering your responses for students, it's better to give them a reality check, right? So they were like, if you are practicing enough, what we are saying, if you are doing that, you will be good to go on. And I remember on the in the last week, after we have practiced, Hani sir said one thing that if you have been through these all these sessions, all these marathons, even on your bad day, you will land a 95 percentile. I thought that even if I had a bad day, it would be more about 8 to 9 questions I would be able to solve in quant section. As well as for DILR, whenever we have classes with Gaurav sir, he was like, he will give us a set, give us a time. He didn't wanted us to solve the entire set. He just wanted us to be like, he will give 8 minutes, 7 minutes. If you can complete whole set, it's well and good. But if you can get a gist of it, like what I can do, what I can't do, better in that way. Also for the English part, when I met Gunjan sir, he was pretty blunt. Like in my first year, I went behind shortcuts for the VRC part. It was more about कि भाई अगर इसमें वर्ड मैचिंग कर लेते हैं, इस लाइन में ये आ रहा है तो भाई ऑप्शन में ये आ रहा है तो यही होगा आंसर. व्हेन आई अटेंडेड गुंजन सर क्लासेस, ही वाज प्रीटी ब्लंट अबाउट इट कि भाई तुम्हारे को पैसेज समझना होगा, बिना पैसेज समझे नहीं होने वाला. ऑल्सो यू नीड टू स्टडी एवरी line of the option by itself.
For VARC, it's true. We have to understand the whole passage. So Nishkarsh, is EG faculty is approachable, like when you need them, when you want to talk them in. So is it EG faculty is approachable for you?
Very approachable. Like I have WhatsApp number of Hani sir and Gaurav sir. Whenever I got a problem and anything, I just used to text them. I remember in September I wanted to give GMAT. Texted Hani sir and he was like, first give a mock and check your score. Once he told me that you are good to go, you don't require any extra practice. I attempted my GMAT in 29 September. I attempted it, and overall I scored 675, and in quants I scored 90 out of 90.
That's great, Nishkarsh. So your strongest section is quant, very
Yeah, but
okay.
even on the D day, while I was giving CAT, my lowest score was in quants because I made a few silly mistakes. After you are gone through the VARC section and from the LRDA section, I was pretty much relaxed that these went good. I can go for quants. And once I turned on that relax button, it was like I attempted around 12 to 13 questions, but I made error in 4 to 5. Just silly mistake. Nothing more than that.
It's okay, but you scored well, right?
Yeah, I scored well. I scored 95 percentile in quants, 99.77 in VRC, and 99.06 in LRDA.
So any advice that you would like to give the future aspirants?
Yeah, for future aspirants, the advice I would like to give would be just go and practice as much as you can. And it's in the last phase of your preparation. It's not about trying more new questions. It was about revising the ones you have already prepared for.
And would you recommend EG to the future aspirants, or would you want to say something to the future aspirants?
Obviously, you can join EG without any hesitation. It's one of the best in the business.
Okay, Nishkash, it's great to take your interview. Very all the best for your future endeavors.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Have a nice day to you.